Right. Hello and welcome to Engage University episode 16. My name is Lauren Devins and I am here with Ben Ladani, Jennifer Greenjack, Brent Cannon from BNP Engage. Last week, we all attended the AHR Expo in Chicago, which had over 50,000 attendees, all there to learn about the latest products in HVAC and refrigeration. This is a huge event for the HVAC industry, and after exhibiting ourselves and speaking with other attendees, we have some takeaways that we'd like to share to help your HVAC business stay ahead of the latest trends. So Ben, I'll just start with you. So what are a couple of key takeaways that you had from the event?
I mean, the first biggest one I would say is I know post-COVID, everybody talked about events being back and everybody getting back together, but man, there were so many people, so much collaboration, and just I feel like everybody's vibe was great as far as them wanting to be there. And so I guess my biggest takeaway is like those physical spaces where people can get back into meeting, maybe after being virtual, very heavily virtual, especially a lot of the exhibitors more so than the contractors that actually are out in the field. But those big spaces for people to gather are like incubation idea hubs for people to learn from each other. And there was just so much of people being open to understanding a lot more about what others do that I felt great about it, and it made me invigorated about going to more events this year.
Mm-hmm.
For sure, yeah, that's awesome. Me too. It was really exciting to see so many people, and everyone seemed just like really excited to learn more about everything going on in the industry and just connecting with fellow professionals. So Jennifer, I'll kick it over to you.
Yeah, I guess I think what I learned most was that in addition to what Ben already said, there is a lot that goes into HVAC and refrigeration, all the different bits and pieces and all the vendors that were there. You already mentioned the huge amount of attendees, but the exhibitors went on for what I feel like were miles of walking. So it was really interesting to see all the various needs that people in the HVAC industry have. It was also a great place for me personally in walking and in being an exhibitor ourselves, to meet the industry leaders, these potential clients, and fellow peers that you haven't had a chance to actually meet with face to face ever, because everything's been so virtual. And then finally, I would say in talking to the potential clients and just people in general that would come up to the booth, there are very unique challenges that they all face. And hearing those challenges around things like gaining awareness, and helping to convert, or take people that don't know who they are and make them, potential customers. There's different, what we like to call is like journeys or paths that people take, and everybody had their own unique situation. It wasn't like everybody followed the exact same path. It was really kind of enlightening to hear that from the people in the industry themselves. I know we have the data to back things up. I know we have information that we can always gather through BNP Media, but hearing it from their mouths was very enlightening to me and really helped to educate me.
Yeah, absolutely. Just hearing those challenges was really interesting and how they varied depending on the business and how large their business was and their budget and things like that. So definitely agree with that as well. So Brent, I will kick it over to you for your thoughts.
Awesome. Yeah. Had a great time. I mean, my social battery was at 1 million the whole time, so it was great. Tons of people, had 1 million conversations, like Jennifer said, with peers, people that are within the industry. So it was great. Other things that really stood out to me, so piggybacking off of what Jennifer had said, a lot of clients or potential customers that were coming to us having conversations, they had a lot of ideas. They have a lot of things they want to do, but just don't have the team to do it and support it. So that is a lot of focus where we had those conversations. I had a really good conversation with a couple people that were very similar to that. So that was great to have because obviously that's really where we can help a lot of our clients, organizing all of that and planning the strategy and moving forward, and then putting that line in the sand on who's doing what so that we finally can complete those tasks. Other big takeaways were it rained a lot in Chicago, and the deep dish pizzas were great. So those are my big takeaways.
Absolutely agree on the deep dish pizza. It was amazing. And just from my end, I'm definitely continuing to see growth in terms of, as mentioned, overall modernization in terms of how people are looking to show their business online. There was a variety of ways that people were interested in becoming more visible to their audience in terms of SEO, advertising, updating their website, just being more modern and on top of the latest technologies. And just in terms of the HVAC industry themselves, just walking the floor, I was seeing a trend in sustainable products, really. I think that that's something that's really huge for a lot of industries related to HVAC and manufacturing, smart products that are optimized to decrease energy consumption and just improve efficiency across the board. But I was really impressed by the level of attendance, the level of interest. It seems like people were really eager to learn about the latest products that are available for themselves or for their business as a whole. So it was really exciting to be amongst the bustle of all the 50,000 plus people in Chicago. But thank you all for joining me today for this discussion about the AHR Expo. I thought it was a really great event and really excited for the future ones. Please subscribe to our channel, BNP Engage, for future episodes of Engage University and to learn more about the world of web design development and marketing to help you grow your business. Thank you.
Thanks, Lauren.